Hello there. We've seen massive changes, of course, in the last 50 years. Our forecasts are now very much more accurate than they used to be, thanks more or less entirely, of course, to computers and satellites. Now we're going to see three changes in the weather in the week ahead. At the moment we've got an area of low pressure across the southeastern corner there. That's giving some wind and rain. That will be continuing to move on out of the way into the continent, and then high pressure comes back just as we had a few days ago. That means to say the weather's going to get quieter but colder, more in the way of frost, and then towards the end of the week, as we're heralding the Christmas period, we're going to see the winds swing around to the southwest and much milder but more unsettled weather on the way then. But before then, it does look as if the coming nights are going to be colder. We will find some frost around, more particularly in northern and western parts of the country, but the frost retreating at the end of the week. Now this is the way things are looking at the moment. Not very nice, is it? The area of low pressure there in the Dover Straits. Lots of quite cold northeasterly winds circulating around it, and lots of clouds circulating around it too, with these outbreaks of rain. You notice things are a little bit better in western Scotland. The islands are poking through there, so that's probably the best place to head for some sunshine, maybe a little bit of brightness in some of those other northwestern parts. Otherwise a pretty cold and gloomy day with outbreaks of rain, a little bit of sleetiness mixed in over some of those hills, and with that wind and rain it is going to feel quite cold, despite the fact these temperatures are actually not far off normal. Now we keep the outbreaks of rain well into the night, in fact into tomorrow, although clearing up in the southwest, also those northwestern areas, and if you have enough breaks in the cloud in the northwest there, then I think you'll get a touch of frost. Otherwise temperatures will be above freezing. The low is still close by tomorrow, close enough to give many eastern parts another fairly cloudy day, further outbreaks of rain, but by that time the rain getting lighter and more patchy, and all the while brighter weather creeping across from both the south and the west. But again, it is in the west where the brightest weather will be and your best chance of some sunshine, but still that cold wind, especially in central and eastern areas. The high pressure in command though come Tuesday. We'll see the last of the cloud moving away, maybe some rain in the far southwest and maybe some rain too in the far north. Otherwise it's a dry picture, fair amount of sunshine, but there will be some frost around morning and night, some patches of fog too in central Scotland. The high pressure is still there on Wednesday, but these fronts are desperately trying to move up from the southwest. I think they will eventually bring some cloud and bits and pieces of rain into southern parts of the country, but it is going to remain cold and windy nevertheless. The further north you are, so the brighter it'll be and the more likely you are to have frost night and morning. The high begins to retreat as we look at Thursday, so that means to say these frontal systems will ease in a little bit further from the southwest, but it's going to be a slow, painful process. It's difficult to say exactly when the big change is going to take place, but I think certainly on Thursday, more in the way